to Purna Pragya because he knows that Purna Pragya knows more than him. Ananta Sarovar became Madhva Sarovar, all these things we saw. And the brilliant exposure of Bhagavatam, this was done. That is the time the decision was taken that he has all the wonderful qualities. Purna Pragya has all the wonderful qualities. Now he should be the Mathadipati. So when he became the Mathadipati, he is appointed as a Mathadipati, his name becomes Ananda Tirtha. Now another title is also given that is Anumana Tirtha, the title Anumana Tirtha. So we'll read this. Soon after Sri Madhva ascended the Pitha, an event happened. Achyuta Preksha had an ascetic friend, a sannyasi friend. He had a large circles of disciples. All of them had erudite scholarships in logic. That ascetic came with his disciples to see Achyuta Preksha. They were all eager to meet, discuss with, and if possible, to win Purna Pragya. As soon as they arrived, they began to debate with him. It was not very difficult to establish difference. God and the souls are different. Are not the souls the governed and the God the governor? The relationship is that a king and a servants. Purna Pragya replied, it is not proper to establish difference on the basis of inference alone. Just don't do the inference, don't compare. On that basis, just establishing difference is not proper. Is the quality of difference different from the minor term or identical with it? Or has term come identity with it? In case of difference is there will be infinite regress, the law of anavastha. In case of identity, there will be inconclusive reasoning of the relation between the attributes and their objects, anupatti of visheshana, vishesha, visheshya bhava. In case of difference come, identity is addition to both the above effects. There will be uh, contradiction as well. Unable to answer his strong objection, they switched over to another topic. So they were trying to establish the difference based on the inference. Inference means comparison. King, servant, governed, governor. Then Madhyacharya said, it is not proper to have this type of inferensive comparison. Instead, see the quality. Lord is infinite, soul is infinitesimal. So, if we have this type of understanding about the attributes, then one can understand. Or there will be many conclusions in the inferensive comparison. With the hope of applying inference skillfully to dislodge the argument of the opponent, they put forward a reasoning as follows. The world is unreal, being a visible object, like the silver is a shell, silver in a shell. This is the principal reasoning generally advanced by Mayavadis to establish the unreality of the world. The sum and substance of this is that all that are seen are false. Madhva rejected that too. This statement is not right. Where did all that was seen become false? So how did it become false? The appearance of shell as silver may be false. Are not shell which appears only as shell and silver appears only as silver as true? That which appears correctly is only real and not false. Unreal one will not appear correctly. So the argument that what is seen is false is false. So for this Mayavadis, the principle was, and here Madhvacharya told that is wrong. They compare like shell seen like silver. But the Madhvacharya says silver is there, shell is also there, both are there. And though you're comparing, comparison doesn't make that it false. Comparison doesn't make an object false. So this world is not false. Analysis of inference by Shri Purna Pragya gave them an opportunity for fresh thinking. The contention of logicians that anything may be approved by logic is unsatisfactory. So, logics, they think that whatever is proven by logics, comparison, logics, reasoning, that is only right. But now they understood that bhakti is beyond, or spiritualism is beyond logics. This contention includes its other aspect that anything may be disproved by logic. The fruit of a fig tree is small, but the tree is big. If you proceed to argue purely on logical lines, then the conclusion will be as the fig tree born out of a small fruit is so big. So the pumpkin must have been grown into a tree much bigger than the fig tree. Now, what is the reasoning for this? Fig is so small, the tree is so big. Pumpkin is so big, the tree is so small. So even in the material world, we cannot give a proper reasoning for this. And like cow eats grass, and the goat also eats the grass. But both the cow's dung is different from the stool of a goat. We may argue that a male buffalo has horns, so a horse also should have horns, since both are animals. So, whatever may be, inference will not be an independent source of valid knowledge. So, you cannot compare. Everything has a unique, distinct uh, qualities. Regarding the objects of the senses, inference needs the support of perception. In extrasensory matters, the aid of scriptures is indispensable. Otherwise, inference will be known as heterodox doctrine. There is a danger of unreal knowledge getting victory instead of real knowledge. It is anumana. Anu means in sequence of mana means proof, valid. As its very name suggests, it is a source of valid knowledge. Only when it is aided by perception of the scriptures, it will be never an independent source of valid knowledge like perception or the scriptures. So this is just a anumana which a person does. Comparison is just an anuman. His explanation about inference shed new light on sources of valid knowledge. When those who believed in the supremacy of inference came to know of its limitations, they realized its danger. So again, you cannot compare Lord and the Jivatmas with an ordinary king or the and the subjects or governor of the governed. Why? There are limitations. So that is what is now he's teaching. Don't try to have Anumana. Their respect for Purna Pragya, who had known it, thus increased hundredfold. The assembly of people who were assembled by this line of thought, he came to be called as Anumana Tirtha only. The credit went to Shri Purna Pragya for displaying the wrong notions that system builders of philosophy had held for a long time. So this Anumana Tirtha, he came to be known as Anumana Tirtha. Anumana Tirtha means now he has completely refuted the materialistic comparison. Now there is another scholar. His name is Vadi Simha. Now, Vadi Simha also became humbled. Another disputant arrived at Udupi along with a student shortly after this incident. His name was Buddhisagara. He was a follower of Buddhism. The name of his disciple was Vadi Simha. There's a quotation given in Sumadva Vijaya. Vaishishika Vishesagyaho Vadi Simha Vido Dvijaha Mahim Vijitya Samprapto Baudhagrem Buddhisagaram Khanditastena Pandityat Tattva Sakha Saksha Pekshako, Peksako Bhavat. So Madhva Vijaya speaks about it. So this Buddhisagra had a disciple known as Vadi Simha. Basically, he was a logician. He was worsted in debate by Buddhisagra and it became his disciple. These two, known as great scholars, had placed before Achyuta Preksha their longing for a debate. Their invitation inspired Achyuta Preksha with enthusiasm. There was no limit for the confidence that the genius of Purna Pragya had instilled in him. He sent word to Purna Pragya without delay. He was then staying in a mutt on the right side of Anantasana. It is said, it is believed that Srimadacharya was then staying in Mudipi, the building now popular in Bandara Keri Matha. Okay. So anyhow, he was staying on the right side of Anantasana. These two scholars, especially we are speaking about Vali Simha. Purna Pragya arrived at once. The event of Achyuta Preksha proposing Purna Pragya for the debate was like an archer drawing his sharp arrow from the quiver to strike his enemies. There was a large gathering of people when Purna Pragya arrived. All of them were eager to witness the skill of Purna Pragya in his debate with such reputed disputants. So Buddhisagra with his disciple Vadisi Ma arrived there and now the debate is going to start. The two who came were senior disputants who considered themselves as ripe with knowledge. Purna Pragya, who opposed them, was a lad who had ascended to the Pitha only a few days ago, just 10 years old. They felt he will be an easy prey for us. Victory is assured for us. Debate began. It was a turn of Vadisimha to talk first. In the assembly, Purna Pragya easily refuted all his arguments. Along with wonder, jealousy also arose in Vadisimha about the scholarship of Purna Pragya. He took up another matter, analyzed it 18 ways, and presented his objections. People were worried with the thought, is it possible to refute his skill and reputation? 18 is the sign of victory. The letter Ja stands for 8, Ya for 1, and they are to be taken in the reverse order. So Jaya refers to 18. But he used those 18 alternatives against Vayudeva, who is victory personified. He was the foremost hero of Mahabharata named Jaya. That is, his was an attempt in vain against the current. That was why those 18 ways, instead of being indicative of victory, became the cause of his defeat. In a moment, Purna Pragya showed those ways were indications of ignorance of his mind. What if there is an abundant darkness? One sun is enough to destroy it. What happened here was only like that. Unable to answer the argument of Purna Pragya, Vadisimha bowed his head. He looked like a dog in the presence of Madhva, who was like a lion. So 18 ways he presented his argument. Now people were thinking it will be proper for whether Madhva will be competent enough to refute all these 18. Just when the 18 became clearly, he said 18 Ja and Ya refers to 18. Ja refers to 8. Ya refers to 1. So now that is how in the Sabda Kosha this type of understanding is there. So Jaya refers to 18. So, so 18 means you have indicated that I am victorious. Something like that is there because fully it has not been put. So we can understand that how Vadisimha was refuted by Madhyacharya. Buddhisagara also got defeated. His guru, the Vadisimha's guru. Next, with the turn of Buddhisagara, an ocean of intelligence. True to his name, he was indeed an ocean of intelligence. He had earned a name in debates also. But however mighty this ocean be, it was only one sip for Agastya. Purna Pragya was like Agastya, as far as Buddhisagara was concerned. The spring of his intelligence dried up. The teacher faced the state similar to that of his student. To escape from defeat, they resorted to a ruse. Purna Pragya, debate is enough for a day. We will continue tomorrow until time is up. Purna Pragya did not agree. Give your answer now itself if you can. But they were stubborn that the debate should continue only on the next day. It was indicative of the drying up of the intelligence of Buddhisagara. It was next day break. The assembly of audience gathered for the debate, but both opponents were missing. They took on to their heels on the previous night itself. Their escape confirmed the defeat to the people who suspected it on the previous day itself. Victory or defeat is unavoidable in any sports, spiritual debates, or war. It is the general rule of law that the strong side should win. What happened here was only like that, but it is good manners of debate to surrender by conceding defeat. It's a virtue to follow the side that has won ideologically, but to escape like this is abandoning both these is neither worldly good conduct nor scriptural tradition. It's only covered lies. It's an example to show that the intelligence also was defeated along with the doctrine. So whoever loses, they should accept the other person. It's not that you run away, but Buddhisagara and his student, they ran away overnight. That is Varisimha. But anyhow, this is not permitted in the Shastras. It is not a good manners also. So we'll try to stop here because next paragraph is also very big. So we saw today that how Buddhisima and Valisimha, Buddhisagara and Valisimha were defeated. And also Hanuman Tirtha got the name Hanuman Tirtha. He has got the name Ananda Tirtha. So because today Seva is there in the temple after Darshan, Hare Krishna. So today we have Deepdan Mahotsav at Chakravarti Mataji's house. So Aparna Mataji has practically called everyone. So try to come. Hare Krishna. So I think we can close the